Howdy doody, everybody. Welcome back to another new form event with me, your host, Brandon Groce, and our amazing co-founder, Cole Jan. We have an awesome workshop for you guys today, which is, I'm actually going to save it for Cole, so I'm not going to spill all the beans, but I just want to let you know, guys, if you are new to New Form, what we are is we are an awesome media company, but also an amazing design community where we try to share top trends, skills, etc. that we as a community of designers need to know, whether it's design skills, AI skills, what have you, in order for us to be able to stay at the top of our game as the market moves as quickly as it does. Again, my name is Brandon Groce. Today we're going to be doing a workshop of how to build in the easiest way possible real things on the web. Cole's going to be talking to you about how he's going to be building an awesome crypto component utilizing Figma and Wix Studio. But before we get started, I have some house cleaning items. With our community New Form, again, our Discord is about 14,000 deep of amazing creatives like you all watching on Instagram and YouTube. Again, if you guys are watching this on Instagram, hi, hello, and welcome. Let us know where you are watching from, how long you've been watching us for, and also just let us know how you're doing this morning / afternoon, evening. My voice is a little hoarse. I got hella sick over the weekend, so if you guys are like, Brandon, speak louder, I can't, okay? I just got my voice back. But which is why Cole will be doing most of the talking today, as he does per usual. But with that being said, we have our challenge, our monthly design challenge as usual, where you guys, there's a prize pool of $500. Top prize is $250. If you guys are interested in learning about our challenge, the theme of this month, which is Lego themed, you guys have about 18 more days to get your submission in. If you guys want to learn more about that, go to newform.community/challenge. If you guys are on YouTube, links are in the description. Other than that, everything that Cole is going to be building today, you have access to the files on our website, newform.community. The links for that are on YouTube in the description box. If you guys want to watch on YouTube and you're watching on Instagram, don't worry, just comment YouTube and we'll send you an automatic DM for you to join us on YouTube. All right, with that said, I want to say hi to all of you guys in the chat. We have Maeve, hello, we have Den, we have several other of you. We have Nico Nikoi on Instagram. We have several other of you guys. We got some people from Indonesia. We got people from Germany. We got Russia. It's awesome. Ohio. Good to see all of you guys in the chat. And hello. All right, Cole. What do we have for today? What's happening?
Yeah, perfect. So today we're going to be going from Figma to Wix Studio to build a real life working crypto slider. So we can go ahead and share the screen, Brandon, and I guess I'll walk people through it. So this is actually a continuation of a previous workshop we did where we did a slightly different kind of crypto themed build. And as I'm looking at this right now, Brandon, there's actually no kind of crypto on it. So I guess I shouldn't be calling it a crypto slider, but it's the same theme as our other crypto slider, so we're going to stick with that for now. But yeah, is the screen shared, Brandon? We can go ahead.
The screen is shared. Also, before we get started, if we can show people where they can download all the things that we are going to be walking through today, that would be awesome.
Perfect. Yeah. So if we just head over to New Form Community, we can hop over to resources and our component library right here. And it's already up. You can come download this one and all of the other ones as well. This is the other crypto wallet I was talking about. And you guys seem to
Cole,
like that.
We had our this is why we were a little late, guys. And it's okay. Cole, it's all right. We had a little bit, for whatever reason, as Cole gets his screen back up, as technology does, Chrome automatically updated Chrome. It updated itself, and for whatever reason, it is killing our screen share ability. So with that said, there might be a little bit of technical black screen. Don't worry, we know it's happening. My eyes are on it, but you're gonna have to be a little bit patient with us today. So Cole, we got it back on live, back on lock. All right, let's double check. All right, there we go. We're back in.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, you can come grab the crypto slider that we have right here. pop in your email and grab it. And yeah, you should get access to that. And I believe we have the Figma link down in the description. I do believe. Okay. So yeah, that is where you can grab it. Let me show you it in action, actually. I need to come back here and pop up here. So this is the actual component in action. We have a few hover effects here, and then the coolest part, in my opinion, and it took a while to kind of put this together, is we can actually scroll through some of these cards here and check those out. So I'll be showing you how to make some of that. It did require a bit of custom code, so if you want, we can go into the code. If not, I'll just kind of explain the principle behind how we kind of pulled this off. It's not too difficult, but yeah, let's go through how we built it. Yeah, we're gonna do it in, I think, under 45 minutes, probably closer to 40 minutes. And yeah, I'll take you through all the steps. So let's get into that. And I can, okay, yeah, perfect. So first of all, we are going to hop into Figma here. And we have, so this is the old crypto slider that we built, and here is the new one. So I have two side by side, and the reason is I've gone through and I've removed all of the drop shadows that we have on this one. Wix, the Figma to Wix Studio plugin doesn't play super nicely with drop shadows for some reason, so we just have to re-add them once we get into Wix, but that's okay. They're super easy to work with. Same idea with the gradient. You'll see that our gradient disappears when we import it. Once again, it's just as simple as recreating it in Wix Studio, okay? So with that said, let's open up our Wix Studio plugin. So if you don't have it here, just search for Figma to Wix Studio, should be the first one that pops up. And then from there, we will set up the export, okay? So connecting this file to Wix Studio is pretty simple. If you're in the browser, you can just come up to the browser bar here and copy the link. If you're not, just come over to share and then copy the link from there, and you'll be good to go, okay? Then we can hop back over to Wix Studio, and let me hop into the tab that we're gonna be building in. So here we go. I just have a blank screen right here. And to start off, you're gonna wanna come up to these three lines up here, down to tools, and check import from Figma, excuse me. There it is, import from Figma. If you're not seeing this icon on the side, then you probably just have to come up here and check that. If you're starting on a new site, you'll have to do the same thing. But once it's checked on the site, then no matter what page you're on, it should show up in this bar here, okay? Now you can see I already have it loaded and ready to go, but if you were starting with a new file, you would just paste it in here and hit connect. Takes a few seconds to load up, but then you should see everything right there. And if it's not the right one, you just go back to Figma and select the right one, and it should show up. So back in Figma, we'll hit I'm done connecting file, and we can start our export now, okay? So in here, we can just grab this and hit export frame. If you are exporting an entire site, typically export styles is what you're gonna wanna do first. We've done that in the past, works pretty well. For this one though, we're just gonna be doing export frame because we have a lot of ground to cover. So once you see exactly what you wanna be exporting here, just make a note of the frame width. You'll want them to match, but talk about that more once we get into Wix Studio, and then just hit export frame. And that is everything that you'll need to do in Figma, excuse me. And I see that Maeve has a question. I'm gonna address that in one quick second here, Maeve. So let me get to that. Here we are, okay. So back in Wix Studio, we obviously have our import here, and you'll see that when it is a small container like this, only 415 pixels, it's gonna automatically choose container for you, and that's good. That's exactly what we want. If you are creating a whole section that's gonna take up the entire page, then perfect, you'll just select section. Oftentimes, Wix will automatically select that for you, so you don't even need to do anything. But in this case, we're going to want to select container. Okay. Last note here: if you do have any fonts up here that don't match, you are going to want to get the right font in there. Specifically, I'll show you one error we're going to have in a second here when I import it. You're going to see a lot of text kind of mismatched because different fonts have different sizes. So just make sure you're matching them up from Figma to Wix Studio, and that should reduce a lot of the problems that you might have. Okay. So we'll go ahead. Oh, and I think my screen actually stopped sharing, Brandon.
Yep.
Didn't it? Yes. Okay. Wonderful. This is going to
All
be
good.
very difficult. Okay. It should be back up, Brandon.
It's back.
It's back. Okay, good. Um, Perfect. So, excuse me for that. We are going to go ahead and hit add to site here, and that is going to pop everything in. It's just going to take a second or so to get going here, but generally, the larger it is, the longer it's going to take. This is pretty small, so you'll see that it pops in pretty quickly, and there we have it. So like I said, we did lose the gradient that we have here, so it's looking relatively monotone right now, but we're going to get in there and fix that real quick. First of all, I want to address this issue that we're having with the text. For whatever reason, sometimes even if you have the right font, sometimes the line height can be, or the line width rather, can be not perfect. Okay. So
We're black screen.
oh shoot, back to back. Hey,
It might be. It was good. We've only had 3 so far. Hopefully this
Okay.
one stands out, but we're good. As soon as I'll be like black screen.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, perfect. And I'll hop over and fix it. Okay. Yeah, so in here, if you don't have the right fonts lined up, then you'll get a lot more of this, and it'll be all over the place. So instead, we want to fix this, but the easiest way I find to do that is to hop over to the size panel. And if you're not seeing this, you're not seeing all of the styles right here, once again, just come back up to the 3 kind of dots up here. If I can grab it, there we go. Hop over to view and then come into sizing preferences and hit, there we go. Come into sizing preferences. I can't get it right now. I don't know why. There we go. And hit always show advanced, okay? And then you're gonna see the advanced settings that we have over here, which is definitely helpful, I think. In my opinion, I like building with it most of the time, okay? So once we're in there and you have your text like this, you just pop in and hit max content. And that's gonna make sure that it always is in one single line. It's never gonna be on 2 lines or 3 lines. It's always gonna be on 1. And that is exactly what we want here, okay? Some other quick tweaks that we're gonna make as we go. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna align all of these. They just got a little bit out of whack. We're also gonna stack them together just to make them a little easier to handle. And we're gonna bump this up just so it's kind of centered. And we're gonna do that for all 3 here, just like so. So center them and then stack them and bump them up just a touch, okay? Pretty much just some small changes in here. I gotta be honest, if I was to build this from scratch in Wix, I don't know, it'd probably take me double, triple the time, I have to say, probably. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind, even with these small tweaks that you have to do. Okay, next, let's get that gradient back in there because that's where all our color came from. So with the background, let me drag this out so the people on Instagram can also see it. So we have our color picker here. We're gonna switch to gradient. I also recommend you experiment around with fluid gradients. They're actually really cool, but can be difficult to kind of master perfectly. We are going to come and switch into conic, okay? A conic gradient is the exact same thing as an angular gradient in Figma. They're just 2 different names, but they mean exactly the same thing. And then for the sake of time, I've actually gone ahead and saved our gradient in here. So we can just click it and it'll apply very nicely right here. And yeah, I mean, essentially we've just gone and recreated all of the colors that we see in Figma. Actually, if we hop back over, I can show you the gradient that we have here. So pretty much exactly the same, just copy each color over. It does take a bit of time, but like I said, still easier than creating it from scratch in Wix Studio. So a small price to pay, I would say. Okay, perfect. Now, remember how we got rid of those drop shadows? Well, let's put them back now because they look good. So in here, let me come into our layers. When you're working with really small components like we are, I generally prefer the layers panel to go around selecting things. We'll come in here and grab a shadow, just like so. Point it all the way to the bottom. I think distance of probably 2 and a blur of 7 is what I was working with earlier. And then once again, shockingly, I'm prepared, and we have our blue right here that we're just going to select. And I think we'll drag that up to something like 80%. Um, yeah, ooh, that's 8% here, 80%. Perfect. Okay. And we can see a bit of gradient on there. It's a bit tough to see when I'm hovering over, but it is there. Okay, and then we would just go through and do the exact same thing for the rest of them. Okay, so yeah, there are a few quirks I would say of doing this sort of thing, doing your Figma to Wix Studio, but overall it will definitely save you time. And I know that I use it extensively, and I do think that Brandon does as well, pretty much. It's a great tool to have. Okay, and then you guys get the idea. For the last one, we would do the exact same thing. Brandon, did you want to hop in here?
Sure. There was actually a good question from Maeve in the chat. This is kind of like a sidebar. But Mavis, for those of you guys who are in both on Instagram and YouTube, Mavis was asking, is something like this possible to be made or be built in AI? And so she essentially what I'm sharing is, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Lovable, Claude, all these different things, but black screen. But but essentially, Maeve was asking, can something like this be built in AI? And I think the smartest way to build something like this in AI would be to get a descriptor for what this is. For example, we are calling this a crypto slider. What you could do is ask ChatGPT for a description of the specifics of what you're trying to build, then go over to a platform called Base 44 that essentially you could just copy and paste in what it is that you're trying to build, and it will build out the technicals of what me and Cole are doing here right now. Sure, will you have exactly what you get on the first try? No, but you'll be able to get something very close to a prototype that is working, that you can play around with. And the cool thing is that you can, whatever is built using Base 44, what you can do is import that back into Figma and then do the whole process of what Cole is doing here, taking what's built from Base 44 back into Figma, and from Figma back into Wix Studio, so you can actually play around with the prototype, unless you just want to stay within Base 44 and just prompt your way to building out exactly what you want. So this is a non-technical awesome tool that allows you to just vibe code or vibe design and kind of just use words and talking back and forth with AI to build out things. So with that said, great question, Maeve. It was totally a sidebar, but this is another great tool to probably play around in the process of what Cole is going over today. It's another new tool that we didn't have last month. It's cool. It's a new tool that we have this month. So that's it. That's my 2 cents, Cole. There you go.
Yeah, perfect. No, that was a great sidebar. And maybe we'll have to explore some workshops on that in the future as well. But yes, great point, Dave. So hopping back to our slider here, we have a few more shadows that we're going to need to apply. But yeah, pretty much same idea. We really want these buttons to feel like they're floating though off of the page. So we're going to add a lot more distance and a good amount of blur as well. And I see that my distance needs to be a little higher. There we go. And once again, hop in here and grab our color just like that. Okay. Now this vector art is actually just flipped from the one above here. So you'll see there's a bit of a quirk with it. It's not difficult to get around though. So if we hop in here and grab the shadow, if we put the shadow on the bottom, just like before, it's actually going to show up on the top because we've flipped it by 180 degrees. So we actually need to put it at the top for it to show up on the bottom. A little strange, but not too difficult to work with. And then we can just go ahead and turn our settings back to the way they were. And I think this was 60%. Okay, perfect. So that is actually looking really, really good right now. And yeah, that is the actual build pretty much all done. There is one minor thing that we are going to need to change, and that is, if you can see, if I can stop getting stuff in the way, this card right here, this white shape that we have, is supposed to extend all the way to the edges, but we have a bit of our background in there. And I really wish I could zoom right now to show you a little better, but I cannot, so that's okay. So all we're gonna do is just drag it up a little bit, and that should pop it out. We are gonna drag it just a touch more up, just to make it a little larger, and that should be pretty much all set, okay? We might even need to pop this out, make it a little wider, and then set this inner width to 100%. And then we're looking pretty good on that front, okay? So that is pretty much that whole thing done. However, I did want to talk a bit about the actual animation behind it. So let me hop back into the actual animation that we have here. So there are a few things going on, and I'm going to try and explain them as non-technically as possible, because if you are going to be kind of vibe coding this, you still need to explain to the AI exactly what you want, and then it would obviously build it for you. So yeah, let's go through that. And then if we still have some time right at the end, we'll go ahead and add some more kind of hover animations to this. Yeah, and actually, while we're here right now, I just want to point out that it's just simple little things like this that in the design challenge actually make your design really stand out. Well designed. It doesn't need to be mind-blowing or crazy, but just some simple interactions to work in there are absolutely good to have, and definitely me and Brandon think very highly of well-designed and well-functioning animations. And I think I lost
another black screen. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And we're back. Okay. So yeah, let me hop through and kind of walk you through how we are doing that, because it is a little more difficult than you might initially imagine. So we're going to switch to the fully built version here. And let me show you exactly how it is built. So in here, actually, let me turn on coding so that we have the unique names here. Just ignore all of this for a second, and we'll hop back to layers. Okay, there we go. So we have actually 7 boxes in here that we can scroll through. You can see 3 of them right now, and then there's 2 on the bottom and then 2 on the top as well. So box 1 and 2 are hidden. And then you can see right now, box 3, box 4, and box 5. That's red, green, and then blue. And then box 6 and box 7 are up here in the behind. Okay, so the whole idea is that when we go ahead and click on this vector arc to slide everything down, we grab red, we grab green, and we grab blue, and then we go ahead and we just slide them down like this. Not that much. There we go. A little bit further up, kind of like that. Okay. We go ahead and we just slide them down just like that. And then we can see the next one up here, right? And if I hop back to the demo, this is what we see before. And then as we scroll down, this is what we see after, right? So now we have 2 blue and 1 green right at the bottom. Okay. Pretty straightforward. However, if I undo that, just give me 1 second. There we go. It's coming. There we go. So if I undo that, now we want to scroll up. We want the cards to move up instead of down. So instead, we actually need to grab box 3, box 4, and we need to grab box 2. Okay. And then we need to slide those up. So you'll see that it's actually different boxes that are moving depending on which way we're going. The red and green always move, the 2 middle ones, but if we're going down, we move the blue one. If we're going up, we move this red one behind the card that you can't see right now. Okay. Oh, and I'm actually back on the wrong page because I hit Control Z too many times. But yeah, so that is kind of the entirety of it behind the function here. And yeah, that is kind of the entire explanation of it. Now, I will point out that if you are going to grab the template of this and use it somewhere else, that's okay. You absolutely can. All you're going to need to do is just come down here and in the code, you'll just grab all this, copy it, and paste it over to your new page. If you don't do that, the scrolling isn't going to work. So you got to make sure that you do that, and then you should be fine. I would, however, recommend if you are going to be building with this or modifying it, just open up the template and start building right in here. Other things that you need, just copy them over into this file, and then you don't need to worry about moving code anywhere, and everything is guaranteed to work perfectly. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it, unless someone wants me to kind of dive into the code a little deeper. I don't think we'll touch on that today, but I'm happy to if someone wants to. Otherwise, I'm happy to take kind of more general questions and yeah, just fill you in on any kind of details or processes. It is a really powerful tool, Figma to Wix Studio. And yeah, whether you're working on client websites or building your challenge submission or your portfolio, I would absolutely recommend using it, because it's just going to make your life way easier, especially if you already have it built in Figma and then you're just bringing it over and making it into a real website. But yeah, I think that is everything right
All right. Awesome. So as Cole, what I'm going to be doing is essentially repeating what Cole just said. But if you guys have any questions, now is the time to put them in the chat. Essentially, what our goal is with these workshops is to show you guys, and as designers, the challenge that we have these days is bringing our ideas from just Figma files or whatever else. If you're still in Sketch, I feel sorry for your company. Excuse me. But I'm joking. I'm sure none of you guys who are actually here are in Sketch, but I'm sure the majority of you guys are in Figma. But if you guys feel stuck that, the AI revolution is kind of coming, you don't really know how to, or how other people are adapting to this sort of regime. First of all, you found us at the right time. We share with you guys what it is that we are doing and the top people who are in the industry and what processes they are going through. And a lot of them are finding, for example, like we did today, how can they take their Figma files and bring them into a tool that leverages AI, that leverages responsivity, and allows people designers and creatives and non-technicals, to bring their creative design or idea to life. With that being said, what Cole showed today, we specifically shared just how do we bring something from Figma into Wix Studio? How do we make it function specifically like we want? And you guys have the files, both the Figma and the Wix Studio files, to play around with that, to get a little bit of an understanding for yourself outside of the workshop how it's done. On top of that, we have an amazing community that actually goes back and forth with you guys to keep in conversation with you all on what we're doing, how you can, when you're stuck doing the things that we're trying to share with you, on our processes, how to get unstuck. And so that's kind of what we're trying to do with our workshop, showing you guys the processes not only us but other creatives are working on, giving you guys opportunities. Den is asking, do we have the Figma file for it? It should be in the description. If not, that is my bad. But I did plop them into, let me see. They should be in the comments. You'll grab it. I did put it in the comments a few times, but maybe it didn't take it. Then if you scroll up a little bit in the comments, I should be in there unless YouTube redacted it, but you should be able to click on it. All right, cool. Cole will copy and paste it again one more time for a surety. But let me see.
It's in there.
All right, cool. So as I was saying, guys, these workshops we have a couple times a month in our community. Really, our whole goal is to share with you guys our processes, the skills that we're learning, the tools that we're using in order to stay abreast and at the cutting edge of our industry, and sharing those insights with you guys, sharing the files with you guys to play along with us and kind of get stuck and get unstuck by the community conversations that we have each week. So for example, today, usually today, I'm going to see how long I can last. Maybe we'll do about 30 minutes because I'm still kind of feeling under the weather. But we have every Wednesday at 1 p.m. EST, we have our community event, Design and Chat, in our Discord, where we kind of hang out. We've been 18 deep the last couple weeks, which has been awesome. where it's just an hour plus where we kind of just get together, have conversations on what each other are working on, what we're stuck on, how we can get each other unstuck, and also just catch up on what it is that we're working on, how life is, and have a good time. So if you're part of the community and yet to have come to one of these events, I highly implore you that it's not just the technical side of things, ladies and gentlemen. It is very, very important to also have the soft side of your skills, and also building the relationships for your career, your technical skills, because we can't just create in a vacuum. So with that being said, first off, if you haven't joined the New Form community, definitely on Instagram, comment join. We'll send you an automatic DM on how to join the community. If you are interested in joining our challenge, if you missed that, again, there is a prize pool of $500. First place gets $250. If you guys are interested in a opportunity where you get to actually build something that you want, that is within the theme of our challenge, which is Lego. You guys can build whatever under the sun that is related to Lego. You can make up your own stuff. You can do whatever you want. It just has to be Lego themed. But if you guys want to learn more about that and you guys are on Instagram, comment challenge, we'll send you another automatic DM, a little bit more on that. Or you can just go to newform.community/challenge. If you guys are on Daily Web Designs, that is my link in bio. For everybody watching on it, YouTube, all those links and everything, all that information is in the description, but everything you can find at newform.community. And you can always email us, add us in the Discord. If you're lost, just ping us everywhere. We'll find you and we'll redirect you. But again, last questions here. Let me see. We have some questions on Instagram. I'm gonna get to them, but I want to get to some of Maeve's questions here. Can you import files from 44 base directly into Wix? I wish. It might be, if it is something that Wix just acquired. I don't know what they are planning on doing. But let's not say that. I have no idea. But right now it's not a function. But what you can do is go. It's a little bit of a roundabout, but you can prompt 44 or base 44, get something created, take that into Figma by using HTML to Figma, I believe, is the plugin. Bring that into Figma and then use the Figma to Wix Studio plugin to pop that back into Wix Studio. But for now, Mavis, since you are playing with base 44 and you want to kind of play around with that tool for your challenge, or anybody else, you guys are welcome to. You are able to submit as many challenges as you want. But you can simply prompt what you want to create in base 44 and have it minutially be edited as you prompt it. So I highly recommend you guys check that out as well. Okay. Looking through Instagram chat here. Can you please make a video about how to be a UI UX designer and graphic designer in detail? We have a ton of those on YouTube actually. So just comment YouTube on my channel. Got a ton of those. Cole also has probably a good amount of those as well. Let me see. Got some people commenting. Wix Studio, can I work? Can you work with us? Maybe we can find something to work together on. But first off, join the community, see what you like, see what you would like to work on, and we'll talk about it. And I think that concludes it for today. If you guys have more questions and you want to get a little bit of a sniff and a little bit of a peek at what Newform is doing, join our community. Go to newform.community, check it out, see what you like and what you don't like. Let us know what you don't like so we can improve it. And I think that's it. Cole, any final thoughts?
Oh yeah, I think you pretty beautifully summed it up. If you do want to check this out, we do highly recommend you go to the to our website, download any other templates that you want, and play around with them, make them your own. They're entirely free to use and they're entirely yours.
Exactly. We have 20 plus templates. I think it's 21 now for you guys to play with. So if you guys like what you saw today, we have 20 more for you guys to download, play with, and get lost in. And we'll help you learn how to make them yourself, things like that. And each one comes with a tutorial, so you won't be too lost. With that said, if you guys have any questions, again, join the community. We'll be in the general chat answering any questions. And well, actually, we got what time we got? We got a little bit of time. Some of you guys are asking a little bit more questions that are unrelated, but we'll get in there.
Yeah, sure.
So Keisho on Instagram is asking, how frequently do we go live? We go live we have 3 events a month right now. We have 2 workshops, 1 workshop that you watched today. We have another one coming up in the next week or so. And we also have our challenge. Basically, for you guys who are not familiar with our challenge, this is not for this month, but last month we had a Grand Theft Auto challenge where we have $500 in cash prizes, and essentially we are getting together designers. This month's theme is Lego. Don't get mixed up, okay? I didn't change the image. Don't hate on me. But we do a challenge every month. Starts at the beginning of the month, ends at the 3rd week of the month. Basically, that last week of the month, we are grading challenge submissions, and we are and we just share. We go live and we share all of the winners and honorable mentions and beginners that we can in an hour, and we also share those winners, honorable mentions, and beginners in our newsletter that is about 18,000, and we also create a video that reaches, the last couple videos have reached over 20,000 plus. 20,000 is like on a bad day. Okay, so the goal of our work and what we do in this community is to give you guys tools, resources, skills, as well as the ability to be on a stage and get your work seen for the amazing work that you do. So let me see. We got another question. You work with Wix or Elementor? We do not work at either company, but we are working within Wix Studio. We are a Wix Studio partner, but we do not work with Wix, the classic editor. We work with Wix Studio. Big distinction. And I think, let's see. Josh is like, yo, Josh, you're coming at the late, like at the very, very end, sir. But it's good to see you, man. I feel you're at the tail end of the hour. 2 handsome fellas on the screen here. Maybe there'll be a third. But yeah, we're live streaming on 2 Instagrams. We're usually live streaming on Daily Web Designs and UI UX Daily Tips. UIX Daily Tips is on vacation for some reason. Instagram's not allowing us to stream on it. But usually we're able to stream on both platforms. You're here at the end of the stream, so we're just closing up. A lot of people have skedaddled, but it's good. Thanks for coming to. Yeah, you missed it, Josh. It's okay. It's all right. But we didn't miss you. That's what's important.
There's a replay too, so you can catch that on YouTube.
Yeah, but Josh is somebody that what's the call it? We are in the talks of some things, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we can do together for especially our challenge. So, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna close. If you have any questions, again, check out Newform, and we'll find you. We'll get you unstuck. We'll teach you some skills, and we'll have a good time. I can assure you that. All right, guys, you have a great day, and we'll see you in the community. Peace.
See you guys.